So inauthentic.
That girl's a liar.
Not loving this, tossing it.
That's the new vibe.
That is such a vibe.
Hold on, I gotta take this. Hello, and welcome to Did You Mean to Say That, the podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Bobby.
And I'm your co-host, Erin.
If I say the word at any point during this episode, take me out back and shoot me.
Yeah.
I said it when you were telling the Katy Perry part specifically in last week. It was every 2 seconds, just
Yeah, and I think that we mentioned the fact that you were a little under the influence, but we never really explained that you had fully taken like an edible.
Yeah, and I don't smoke anymore
which
or
is
anything.
like a whole different type of like...
I was gone with the wind.
Gone.
Like the whole second half of the episode, I was like scared to watch because I was like...
You can like see the moment when it kicks in.
I was like...
Your mouth was not agape.
Good.
You were like surprisingly more engaged than you thought that you were.
Ah!
But it was a lot of mm-hms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel that you were listening intently, but not much to report.
I was not listening intently. I was trying.
So was it, like, really fun to watch? Because you were like, who knew?
Yeah, literally.
Well, I'm hoping that in this episode, Bobby talks for 45 minutes and I'm in my era.
Okay.
I actually have 20 topics, so that's never going to happen, but...
Okay. See, it sucks saying. I feel like it's a nervous tick.
Uh-oh. Well, now that we've called attention to it, it's just going to get so much worse. It's not.
Speaking of getting so much worse.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay. Once again, I just have like a whole slew of topics that I have no idea how I'm going to... how I'm going to move through. And the first thing I want to talk about is that I watched the episode back and my jaw was literally on the fucking floor that I forgot to tell you what happened the morning of Pride.
Okay.
Mackenzie and her friend Libby come up.
Jesus Christ. Yes,
Yeah.
Erin. Go on.
And they call me and they're like, there's a fire somewhere in your building.
You did mention a fire.
On the floor below me. And, like, we can't come up right now. The fire alarm was only going off on the 10th floor. It wasn't going off anywhere else in the building, but the dryer had, like, caught on fire.
Oh.
So, and then they were in the elevator with the maintenance guy and his 2 children, which were also present for the elevator thing. Like, they're always here. It's so funny and random.
It's like Eloise at the plaza.
I don't understand that reference. Is that Madeline?
Oh, kind of, basically.
Who's Madeline?
She was the girl who lives in Paris at the orphanage. I was a Madeline fan.
Okay, and I...
Stan,
And
if you
I
will.
used to always mix up Matilda and Madeline until I finally saw Matilda, and I didn't understand why everyone was like, I was like, she's not a witch? What are you talking about? She's just a little girl with a bow or a hat.
No one's a witch. Oh, Matilda's a witch.
Like, you know, she's got some stuff going on.
Okay.
But I always thought Madeline was at, like, boarding school. I didn't realize her parents were dead.
No, it was kind of a boarding school.
Explained.
But she's definitely an orphan.
Well, there's one point where the, like, nun in charge of the orphanage is, like...
Miss Clovel.
Yeah, exactly.
Stan.
I was a Stan.
Is, like, talking about how much she loves Madeline, and it's just, like, she says something about her parents, and, like, so it's, like...
And how they're dead.
Yeah.
It is
Definitely.
a Catholic boarding school.
Oh.
In Paris.
So it's not an orphanage. She just is an orphan?
Seems that way.
Allegedly.
I guess so.
Never fully disclosed. Okay, so kind of similar to Matilda. If like you can see how I got from one to the other.
Madeline is not an orphan.
Oh.
In the books. But I think in the movies she is.
That was a show.
It is also a show.
Yeah, they had a lot going on.
Yeah.
It was a franchise.
And they had a PC game.
Oh.
That was my shit.
I love PC games. What were your favorite PC games?
Ooh, I had a Bug's Life one that was phenomenal. I had a Winnie the Pooh one that was amazing.
Yeah.
But the best, at some point in like the early 2000s, they had one at Gap the clothing store, and it was like winter games, and we were obsessed. My whole family played it. There was like snowboarding, and there was like a snowball fight one. There was like a maze where you have to like clear the whole oh my god, it was so good.
Mine was, and I've done some like deep dive Reddit shit. You were there when I was like spiraling about like what were these games. It was, I forget now, but it was something like Busy Town. And it was like math games, but it was like a whole like town where you could like go to the train station and go to the observatory and go to the store and like learn different shit. It was so good. And I had a little mermaid one that was
Ooh.
no. The best one. You had to have played it. It was 101 Dalmatians.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
Did I ever?
If I could play that right now, I would be on cloud fucking 9.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of the Gap thing, I had a PlayStation 1.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad would sometimes get random discs at like Pizza Hut and like other places.
It was a thing.
Yes, and I had a Winter Games Pizza Hut disc for the PlayStation with like snowmobile, snowboard racing, like all types of winter shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Also, Snood was huge in my house.
I don't know what that is.
Is that the guy with the nose?
No, that's
Sounds like
Cyrano. Wait, Snood.
These
guys.
I love them.
That was so fun.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
PC games.
No, I know what we're talking about. I'm saying, like, how the fuck?
Something about Madeline.
Something about a fire in my apartment.
Oh yeah, Eloise at the plaza.
Whatever, the fire cleared up. I don't know. No,
It is
was
kind of
actually crazy because the maintenance guy was telling Mackenzie, like, the fire alarms are about to go off. So they did not know if they could get in the elevator to get back up here. But then we ended up taking the stairs down because we were scared the elevator wasn't going to be working. And I popped my little head in on floor 10 to see what was going on. Smoke everywhere.
What?
And like actual firefighters were in there like fighting the fire.
Well, it's crazy that the alarms are only going off on that floor because what
I
if
know.
everyone died?
And that's what I was so scared about. I literally brought my cat's carrier out here. And I looked at Phil's and I'm like, you're in charge. We have to go. Like, if you need to find her and you guys need to leave. But then we heard the fire trucks coming. So it was like, I guess they had it under control.
Well, yeah.
Which is so ironic because they were in the middle of going into everyone's apartment like that week and checking all of our smoke detectors and testing the building's fire alarms.
So it was like an inside job.
I don't know, but they worked.
That's good. What are you smelling?
Something's burning right now.
No, girl, it's not.
Is he lighting up?
Am I having a stroke? Because it does smell like burnt toast.
I don't smell anything of the sort.
He went away. He probably just lit a joint in like a piece of paper burnt or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was my first topic. I just could not believe like we were discussing Pride in full detail and I forgot to tell you that there was a fire.
Well,
in
you
my
told me at
building.
Pride, but I was so in my own world that I was like,
But I also
that's
barely
crazy.
told you. I was like, there was a fire in my apartment or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was like, slay.
yeah, like we're
Brat
here now.
summer.
Who cares? The other thing that we somehow did not mention was the Girl So Confusing remix.
How did we not mention that?
Like, how did something so powerful not come up in conversation?
I don't know, but I thought we did.
Girl, we didn't.
I guess we just talked about it like amongst ourselves because I
Yeah.
was saying I want Lorde to put out like a power pop album,
Yeah, oh my God.
or at least more like pop.
We just wanted to put out an album.
Well,
Seems like she's been going through a lot, though, so maybe it's fine that she hasn't put
Yeah,
anything out. She's
I
like
agree.
dealing with her own shit, but like the way that it makes me feel is like crazy, and I'm not really familiar with their lore. Like, I'm not a Lorde stan. I know that you are,
Mm.
but I was not like invested in like.
I
their
didn't know.
Will they?
their
Won't they?
vibe.
Beef. Like, I had no idea. Not will they? Won't they? But you know what I mean.
Well, I knew when the Charlie's album first came out that everyone was saying it was about Lorde. So then when she hopped on the remix and said all that, I was like, that's so brave and beautiful.
So
And just so cunt. Like, girl, let's work it out on the remix.
yeah, and also. I hate myself. I want to kill myself. I can't believe you thought I didn't like you. I'll ride for you, Charlie.
Yeah. I have chills.
I get chills when I listen to it. It's just like...
And now I'm obsessed with Apple, too. Because
Oh, yeah.
the trend is so
I'm
good.
obsessed with every single fucking song on the album. I cannot believe that we missed Brat Night. Like, we fully got ready. We were standing in the kitchen about to order an Uber. We went outside to smoke, and we never came back inside.
Just
And
had a
then
lot to say.
Just talked for an hour and a half over this joint. Couldn't stop. And then we got to the point where we were like, if we leave now and we have to pay a cover, we're only going to be there for like an hour. Like, they should stop the cover at some point. And then we also want to go to Birdcage after. So we're going to be at each place for half an hour. Like, we can't go now. So then we went to Birdcage in our little outfits, which was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
But it'll never be Brat.
No, it won't.
And I just
don't know if we would have ever gotten in. Did you see
the line was crazy.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Like, worse than Pride.
Worse than anything I've ever seen in this.
But they seem to have all gotten in. They were all inside. Maybe that line was like before the doors opened because everyone wanted the t-shirt.
Could be.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
That whole place is just a big... never mind. Oh, I want to so bad, but we're not. No, it's
We
mean.
can't.
It's mean. It's mean. Anyway.
Yeah. One of my topics is to tease a topic for 2 months from now because we don't want to talk about it in proximity to when it happened because we don't want to be obvious.
Yeah.
But we just had a little something funny to say.
Yeah, and all I'm going to say is I don't like how serious they take themselves. I've always been me. I guess I know myself. That's why I put that on my story last night.
I swiped up.
I know you did. Oh my God, I had a dream during my nap earlier that it was Kings Island Pride Night, but it was like a different Kings Island. And I saw, do we nickname Tyler? Okay. I don't know, but Tyler's like,
Tyus.
I like, Tyus is crazy.
I think you can just keep calling him your ex's ex.
Or I could just not tell the story. I had a dream that he was at Kings Island Pride Night, and I tried to give him a hug, and he was like, we're not hugging. And I was like, I thought we were cool. Let's work it out on the remix. And then I got on this
That's
insane
so
roller coaster
funny.
where they didn't give you the option to put your stuff anywhere, and I was carrying so much shit. And so I just had to like hold on for dear life, and the ride just started. It was scary.
That's a horrifying dream. Wait, do you know that someone died at Kings Island?
Yeah,
like,
he got
recently?
hit. I can't believe we didn't talk about that.
No, that's crazy.
This guy, for those who don't know, lost his keys at, what's the ride? The Banshee, I think. And hopped over the fence where it says not to go. Not to victim shame, but like, you're a fucking idiot. And the ride came and hit him, and he died.
Can you
Not
imagine-
on site. He like died
Can you
later.
imagine being on that ride?
No. I can't. Well, I can imagine being on that ride because I love that ride, but
Oh my god.
And like it just kept going, probably.
no, their ride, I believe, they like got him off, and then they were like investigating what happened, and they're like, yeah, we saw a man.
Traumatizing.
That's so
I
fucked.
probably wouldn't even realize what happened until you get off.
Well, I saw a TikTok of this girl. She was like a teenager and was like definitely like milking the story because she was there on the ride, but she said her boyfriend saw the man. Like,
Elevator gate.
yeah, I was literally thinking that. Someone else could have died. Like if they like hit him,
No, exactly.
they could have died if they were just on the ride too.
So insane, which is crazy because when I was in high school, my boyfriend lost his keys off of Firehawk.
Good.
And we just, and we just had to like sit there for hours to wait till the park closed until someone could go behind the ride and get it. So the fact that he just like took it upon himself to go back there is crazy.
Do you know how at Diamondback they have the glass box of everyone's cell phones that have fallen off? And they're just like, haha. Did that happen to you?
No, I just see where your head's at and I don't want you to finish.
That was it.
Oh, yes, I know that. I thought you were going to make like a dark joke. Like, what if they put him in there and they were like,
Jesus
"Ah."
Christ.
I don't know.
The dead guy?
I don't know.
Aaron, no.
Or his keys.
How did the keys in there would be crazy?
Like, no, I've definitely lost some cell phones on a ride, I'm sure. I used to be notorious for breaking and losing all my belongings.
I'm always so safe. I used to wear like cargo shorts as men did at the time and like with zippers, and I would zip everything in there. Like I took it really seriously. Now I'm just like holding my phone. I'm like, I'm not gonna drop it. You know, literally.
I was so late to liking roller coasters. I was like 16 or 17. And then I liked them so bad. And then I started blacking out on them. Like, I really missed the window for it to be fun. And now I'm too old. And I'm so horrified that I would just, like, throw up, get so dizzy. Because I just have such bad motion sickness anyway. And, like, I'm so sensitive to, like, shit. Like, I just know. And I already started blacking out when I was, like, 20. So I can't imagine what it would be like now. But, God, do I want to ride a roller coaster.
I love roller coasters.
Like, I love roller coasters. The Vortex was my favorite ride ever created, known to man.
Totally.
It was just...
But it got
such a
really
thrill.
bad at the end of its life.
I blacked
it was
out on that.
so rough.
I blacked out on that and Face Off.
Face Off is so
Which I
fun.
don't even remember what it's called anymore.
And Vertigo. And it's still so rough. Last time I went on it, it really hurt. But it was fun.
The last time I rode the Beast... I was like,
well,
okay,
they rebuilt
I see
it.
what my mom was saying when I was a kid. Like, you know how, like, older people, if you went with your family, like, never wanted to get on chicks. They're like, my neck's gonna hurt. And I'm like, oh my God, grow up.
Totally.
And now I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
That hurts really bad.
It does. And you just get bruised.
Just literally, like,
it's so fun,
and then
though.
your neck is so stiff because you're just trying to hold it in place.
I would get on a roller
insane.
coaster right now if I could.
Yeah, me too.
But we can't. So
I really wish
moving
that,
on.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we address the Brooke Schofield Clinton Kane drama?
Obviously.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you know because it was viral on TikTok, but
Absolutely viral, like 5 million views per episode.
yeah.
That's
And
what I'm
I can't even
calling
imagine
them.
like how many followers she gained from that and like what it's
A
gonna do for
lot.
her career.
Yeah, amazing.
So Tana's co-host on Canceled is Brooke Schofield. We love her.
Yeah. Schofield.
I thought it was Schofield. Mm-mm. She said Schofield in a video that I just watched.
They all say Brooke Schofield.
All I'm saying, I saw what I saw. But either way, she dated this guy named Clinton Kane, who's a horrible, horrible musician. I don't know why they like to die on the hill that he makes good music.
Still to this day, even.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And he's like the ugliest looking creature to walk the planet.
Yeah, he's pretty
gruesome looking.
Yeah.
Anyway, he basically dated her, pretended that his whole family died, that he was Australian, and this was like 2 years ago. She's talked about it before, but
Vaguely.
yeah, but like we knew the story.
We knew the vibes. But like, as a Brooke and like canceled fan for as long as I have been, like, this TikTok series was like sweet, sweet vengeance.
They
like,
really should have made it a Netflix documentary.
Truly. Like,
It's crazy.
so crazy. So basically, he went on the Zach Sang show talking about how his mom was dead because he made so much music about her being dead. It's like his main personality trait in all of his relationships. There's now other girls coming forward basically saying like, same exact thing happened to me at the same time. And he went on the Zach Sang show and talked about it like he just did and was. And all the comments started being like, but isn't this her Facebook? Like,
Just saw your
she's
mom
alive.
the other day.
Literally, like, what?
And Brooke like saw all the comments while they're dating, while he's in bed next to her.
Ignored
and was, like,
it.
Kind of.
Also ignored that he lied about his age. Like, they got pulled over and the cop read the year out loud and she was like, what? How old are you? And he was just like, oh, that's my fake ID.
Crazy. And also the Zach Sang interview is still up and I've seen it, or a lot of it, and he has fully no accent in like half of it.
Yeah.
Like he just broke character. So he posted a TikTok saying that they broke up 2 years ago and she won't stop yapping. So she just made a series on TikTok with like 18 videos.
And I love that energy of like, no shit, I won't stop yapping. This is the craziest fucking thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm never going to stop talking about this.
For sure.
It doesn't mean that I'm not over you or I'm not over it or like there's anything wrong with talking about things that happened to you in your own life on your own podcast.
So it went viral as fuck.
Absolutely viral.
And it's the talk of the town. I have a theory that his mom was in on it and they did it all for money in his career. Or they're like estranged and he was like, I killed her off. Fuck her.
Well, she did say that when she found her Facebook, she had not posted since the day that
That's
he
what
said
I'm
that she
saying.
died.
So
either Yeah, I just don't know.
I would love to know the truth.
And now him and his team are claiming that it wasn't his bio mom. It was like some motherly figure in his life who died. But then Brooke was like, you were telling me stories with names from birth to present, and this woman was in it the whole time. Like, never mentioned you were adopted, never mentioned a motherly figure. Like, no, you're lying. Also, you claim that your brother and your dad were dead, and at least one of them is alive.
The dad is dead.
The dad is dead.
Is what Brooke said in the thing.
Yeah, so
she was like,
I don't even know if you ever had a brother.
she's like smiling. She's like, his dad is dead. And she's like, well, that's not a good thing. But 1 out of the 3 is dead.
Yeah. And then there was another girl that came forward and was like, I'm the girl that he was dating when he killed off his brother. He called me and said, my brother just died.
That's fucked up.
And there was another girl that was dating him at the same time as Brooke. And he called her and said, my mom just died.
Going to hell.
Sociopath.
That's crazy. I would never recover either.
No. And like, I would recover, but I would never stop talking about it.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's
for sure.
content, baby.
For sure.
I can't believe that happened to me. I'm going to tell everyone I know. Can you believe my ex-boyfriend told me his mom was dead and she wasn't?
Well, and she, for the past 2 years, she has vaguely told the story, but most of all, like, because she posted screenshots with, like, Rolling Stone trying to get the exclusive, like, a while ago, and she was like, I don't want to do anything that's going to, like, hurt his mental health, like, blah, blah, blah. Tried to protect him. Only for him to post. Only for him to post a TikTok bashing her.
Never protect a man. Always expose them. Lessons learned. Because, and then what did he do?
He posted a TikTok.
Turned around and tried to expose you. Which is because Tana went on Zach saying after he went on Zach saying and everyone figured it out. And she said she literally messaged him and said, aren't you fucking scared?
And he was like, of what? And she's like, you know what I'm talking about.
And that's why I find it so psycho that you would post that TikTok. A, because you were dating like 12 girls at once 2 years ago who could all still be talking about it. Who even knows who you're talking about? 2, you know what you did and that there's receipts for it and there's plenty of people to back her up and she has the #1 podcast in the world.
He probably doesn't care.
He obviously doesn't because he was just going to double down and keep lying. But
and then he got streams, I guess, from it.
Why? Which my favorite part of the whole thing was when she said, guys, go stream the song. Like, he needs the streams. He needs the money. And her caption was like, all proceeds go to his mom or something crazy. It was so funny. But she was like, he needs therapy. Like, go stream his song. I don't even fucking care.
And I heard part of the song and it's obviously terrible.
Yeah.
And the video... it's like him and his ex-girlfriend, a different ex, who also got cheated on. Duh.
Who's now buds with him, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just crazy.
No, it's like crazy. And I'm loving it for her. And she also just got a boob job. Like, what a great time to get a boob job.
I was also kind of getting the impression that she has beef with Zach saying about that whole situation.
She did. I don't know if she still does because, like, at the time that she was talking about it, when she had beef, she was still so madly in love with Clinton, and they were like secretly still kind of dating, and so she was like defending him and like really upset about it, and she really didn't want, I forget what interview, it was either Tana's interview or him and Brooke did an interview that she didn't want to come out, and I don't think it ever did. But there was something where she was like very upset with him for bringing it up.
Oh.
Which I don't know if she still feels that way because like now that you're over it, can't you look back and be like, I think he was trying, because he was friends with him. He was like best friends with Clinton. He's like the reason they dated.
Yeah.
So he knew the situation. It's his interview with Clinton that like broke the news. I would want to fucking talk about it too, bitch. I don't care about your dumbass relationship. Stop dating him. I'm literally a media outlet. I'm gonna talk about this story. Like, yeah. What?
Also, imagine being like best friends with Clinton Kane while Ariana Grande is also like in your close circle. Like,
his group of friends is wild.
Yeah, for sure.
I just like, I don't know, that whole situation kind of gave me the ick about her. But like, I understand that like when you're still in it with someone, you make poor decisions and you like want to defend them and like whatever. And then you look back and you're like, oh my God, who cares? Yeah, that's fine. But the whole situation just was like, girl, shut up. Like,
she was down bad.
Yeah, and I think she was probably obviously like, she didn't want him to be like attacked, but she was also probably like, I'm still dating him. I don't want this to be public. This is embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I think like you can sense Tana's like frustration in the Zach Sang episode and on the podcast of just being like, this is also like happening to me too. Like I know about this story, and like you just know like when someone's doing something like that to one of your friends, you want to fucking end them.
Yeah.
Like,
oh
oh
sure.
my God. And having the power that Tana has and not being able to ruin his life and career would have like ate me alive.
Totally. Well, now it's amazing.
Thank God. Fully claiming that you are from Australia, born and raised, and using an Australian accent.
For what?
And she says too, like, the accent was never on. I spent every waking moment with this man. It was never on when we were hanging out. And I'm like,
And
how did that never, like, cross your mind? Like, is this guy Australian?
is she dumb?
Yeah.
Well,
She was unmedicated. She's stated many times, and I don't remember if she didn't know she had BPD or she just wasn't treating it. But
sure.
she was like, if I was medicated, I would have never gone near that man. Like,
Yeah, she didn't even want to go on the first date is what she was saying.
And there's a lesson in there as well.
Yeah, if you don't want to go on a date, don't.
And like, if you don't, this is like every one of the worst situations everyone I know has ever been in has started out with them being like, I don't really know if I like him. Like, I don't really know. And then what the fuck happens? You
get traumatized.
Time.
Yeah.
Like, no, literally, like, even for myself, the first time I ever hung out with Jake Dennis, I was like, he was just kind of weird. Like, he just got really sensitive about things and was just like, we were almost bickering about like a t-shirt he was wearing. And I was just like, ugh.
I literally dated Jason to get over Michael. Didn't like him. And
as a rebound, didn't like him.
Yeah.
Giving a chance to a guy.
I liked him as a
that's just...
person because we were friends, but that was when I knew the fake him.
And then what happens?
I went to jail and I got traumatized for life. Just kidding, I'm not anymore.
Let
but
this be a lesson to you all that if you don't like him at first, you're never going to like him. You're just going to love him.
yeah, in a fucked up way.
In a fucked up way. In a way where you hate him at the same time.
For sure.
Or her or them. This applies to all genders.
It really,
but
really
kind of
does.
mostly men, to be fair. Speaking of men and just ew. The other night, I sent you guys the funniest fucking screenshot. So there's this guy that has always been in my DMs. I do not know him. We have never met. I do not know how we're following each other.
Do you have any
Classic
mutuals
tale.
at all?
Oh, we have so many mutuals.
Oh.
Like, I know that, like, I probably met him at a show, or I had him confused with someone else for years, and I thought he was fully someone else, which is why I followed him. And then I found out he wasn't when he started, like, DMing me all the time. Genuinely never answered this man. Like, he would DM me all the time. The other night, he just messages me at 11:53 p.m. and says, "Are you in Detroit?" I say, "No," which is the first time I have ever answered him. And he said, "Wow." Which
wow.
had me,
I was crying.
I was crying at that.
Like, wow.
And then
How dare
he
you.
puts our messages in vanish mode after that. After years of messaging me and me never answering, he puts our chat in vanish mode, which I do not understand at all. I don't say anything to Wow, obviously. He then says, "You look like fun." I don't answer. He then sends me, I don't even remember because I didn't screenshot it, a question mark, another thing. I don't answer. That was Thursday. Saturday, he randomly messages me.
Buckle in, everyone.
Not in response to literally anything.
Just
Like,
you not
I
replying.
had stories up. He was not replying to the stories. He just randomly messages me in vanish mode and says, "You're fat and ugly."
I wish he would go in banish mode forever. Did you block
Well,
him?
he did, because I just immediately I reply literally immediately without giving it even 1 millisecond of a thought and just say, "You too, bitch." And he immediately blocked me, and I blocked him back. Obviously, I don't know why I hadn't blocked him already. And it was just insane. But it's so, like, "You're fat and ugly."
It was crazy.
Like, just such a matter-of-fact statement, not in reply to anything. he just kind of ate. I don't know. It's really funny. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah, he seems like a broken soul.
His name is Vince Heartbreak.
Well,
but yeah, I'm never gonna let that go. I added it to my latest photo dump. It was
Yeah.
the last slide. It was, and people were in the comments like, "Oh my god, fuck!" I'm like, "Girl, I did this because it was funny, not because like
they got to you." Aaron texts us like, "Guys, I really need help right now." Like, this creep said I'm fat and ugly.
No, it was just like, it's just too funny. Like, if he had replied, maybe it would be less funny. Or if he would have been like, "Oh, fuck you too," then like that happens all the time. Like, whatever. But just, you're fat and ugly. Like, just,
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's giving Tori.
Yeah. When we had Form Spring again, remember that?
Girl, someday
Yeah, someday.
we'll tell the full story of this crazy fucking bitch. But there was this crazy fucking bitch in our lives for years.
Our lives is crazy, but
Our lives.
She was in your life.
Was she?
She, like, blocked you.
Oh yeah, she did block me. I forgot.
Which was the craziest
I was like,
part.
what the fuck did I
You
do,
had
bitch?
never met her or spoken to her or had any involvement. You had done literally nothing. So insane. But when everyone brought back those like Form Spring-esque little anonymous things on Instagram, I did one, and she replied calling me like a fat ugly pig and was like, "How does it feel to have no friends?"
Meanwhile, we're at Buca de Beppo. Buca de
I'm
Beppo.
at dinner with my close friends, having such a good time, pigging out.
Pigging out. I don't like their food very much, though.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'll never go there again.
I don't know why we were there, for like coupons or something.
Yeah, it was a birthday coupon, I thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, someday we'll tell that whole story. There's so much lore there, and it's such a long, crazy story.
Speaking of hilarious screenshots.
Yeah.
Tay, always going on her map journeys. Tay will text. Okay, the first one, she messaged us in our group chat and said, "I can't even explain how lost I just got in my map. The world is enormous. There's so much water, so many other countries and cities and random islands, and so much scary water."
Can't stress that
Like when I
enough.
was moving through the map and it turned into a full screen of water, I gasped. And I was on shrooms, I believe, because I said, "Tay, are you tripping?" And she said, "I wish. Go look at it." And then, so the other day, she texts our group chat yet again. "There's more water than land, right?" And Erin says, Tay's about to go on one of her famous map journeys. And then we got into a full conversation about just the world and maps and
It's
the Bermuda
crazy.
Triangle. Sorry to bring that up. Erin's scared of it.
Wait, that TikTok that you sent me? Okay, have you seen the TikTok of James Charles going fucking crazy about Joe Biden? And,
I didn't know
like,
what he was talking about.
He's talking about Joe Biden. He's going insane. And he's like, "We are fucked. Like, what the fuck? It seems like nobody cares."
Mm-hmm.
Bobby sent me this message that was like me at 10 finding out about the Bermuda Triangle. Like, just like, it seems like no one cares, and this is the most pressing issue right now. And that's how I feel present day, and not 10. Because, like, we do need to make a bigger deal about it.
I
It is-
agree.
I guess we don't, because, like, what are we going to do? Just, like, ignore it. But, like,
Planes go missing. Boats go missing.
horrifying. It's the eels for me.
Well,
Have we talked about the eels?
I think we've talked about eels before on the pod about how no one knows how they procreate.
Because they procreate in the Bermuda Triangle.
Exclusively only?
Exclusively only, and we can't get there. So no one's ever witnessed them procreating. We don't know how they do it.
I hate it.
They just
But I
form
love
from
it.
the depths of fucking hell,
Absolutely.
in which the Bermuda Triangle is a portal to.
Yep.
So they literally go procreate in the Bermuda Triangle, come back out, and like the babies come out, and then they, if they want to fuck, they go back to the fucking Bermuda Triangle.
It's weird.
And like eel, like if it was any other creature, I'd be like, "Oh, that's weird." But eels?
Just crazy. I'm just reading up on it. I'm Googling it. Because I never knew that they only did it there. I just knew that no one knew how it happened. So, Yeah, that's crazy. Satan.
And when I first heard it, I was like, obviously that's like some TikTok or Twitter shit. Looked it up. True.
It's true.
It's
That's
speechless.
No, that's crazy.
And again, if it was like pufferfish, that's what they did.
Aw.
I'd be like, oh, you know,
Slay.
weird of them. Slithery, fucked up little electric eels. First of all,
Electric.
why can you? Why are you electrifying in the water? What are you talking about?
Well, I was thinking the other day, how are lightning bugs doing that? Have you ever thought about that? They're just little lights
I have never.
that just
thought
come
about
from their
that.
body. It's like bioluminescence.
Ooh,
I know.
I love that word.
Well, because I was at bird watching, which, my bad, because Aaron wanted to go and I forgot.
Which you guys know because we said it on the podcast.
Well, I went to the bird watching and so wholesome. Come to the next one.
Was it the night hawk one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But we didn't see anything.
Oh.
It was just kind of like a vibe.
cute.
But yeah, there were lightning bugs, and I was talking to Lloyd, and I was like, "How do they do that?" And he was like, "Bioluminescence." And I was like,
course.
"But like, what do you mean?
What is
do you
that?"
mean?
what
What do you mean?" So that's
Oh.
fucked, but in a beautiful way.
Yeah, no, so beautiful. But what's not beautiful is eels being electric.
No.
in the water.
That is scary.
And
stingrays
aren't the
and jellyfish, yeah. Or are jellyfish
No.
not electric? I thought they sting you.
Stingrays are not electric.
They just sting you with like a pointy thing,
They
right?
have like a barb.
Yeah, like a
Oh.
fucking death stinger.
Well, yeah. I tried to Google it and I typed, "Are jellyfish will be?" I can't type. It says they have some electrical properties. I don't know. This is all a lot. But
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, we all have electrical currents.
I don't like that either.
I do?
That's why you can like shock people,
Oh.
which I hate.
But not on command.
If you like scoot your little feet across the ground, you
That's
could.
true.
No, there's always electricity going through your body.
That's hot.
Totally, which I don't get at all. I don't like that. Girl, I'm a dumb,
iron in your
dumb,
blood.
dumb, dumb bitch.
When was World War II?
1948? I don't know. Why would I know that?
I don't either, but my coworker and I were talking about how we don't know anything, and we were like, when was World War One? And we just made up like,
1912.
I think you're right.
I think that's when it like started. I think it was declared a world war in like
Yeah, 1914.
14.
Period.
So that's actually crazy that you knew that. What?
You got it.
I'm mixing up the whatever and Mesopotamia. The
Garden of Babylon.
Lusitania?
What are you talking about? World War II?
The ship that started World War One.
The Lithuanian?
Yeah.
It was the Lusitania.
The Lusitania. And what was it? Like the Germans sunk our ship or something? So I don't actually really know what World War One was.
So both of the world wars, well, until Pearl Harbor, did not involve the United States. We were just getting involved the same way we get involved in everything.
Right.
Spooky.
Yeah. I've been debating whether or not to like talk about what's going on. Because I do like that our little Gib and Gab sessions are just like an escape from reality.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting a little too close to home and like a little fucking scared about the most recent thing.
Okay, well.
I just like, Hannah literally sent me a text today that said, "Do you want to have a go bag making party?" and sent me an email of like a list of things that we need to like get in order for if
To, like,
we need
prep.
to like flee.
I was talking to Chuck about that last night too.
Yeah.
I did that recently when there was a tornado warning.
Beautiful, you're gonna run outside.
Well, no, I was going to go in my basement, but like same vibe.
Yeah.
Did you get like canned goods together in case you were gonna have to live down there or what?
No. It was kind of just like my laptop, some cash, my Bluetooth speaker,
Gosh.
and that. No, I did have some snacks.
Yeah.
Not enough to sustain me.
I feel like it's scary because throughout human history, no one ever knew it was that bad until it was that bad, and you can't do anything about it. So that's the part where it's like, you always think there's going to be a point where you're like, okay, we should probably get out of here. But what if that point's now? Because I feel like at the point that everyone thinks, okay, we should get out of here, you're not allowed to get out of here anymore.
Well, that's when you have people like Albert Einstein, who was seeking asylum because of what was happening.
He was?
Yeah, he's German.
No one's going to hear any of that.
I literally thought.
Where would you go? Like Canada?
Too close to home.
Okay.
I'm thinking Finland, because they're like one of the most progressive countries in the world in terms of like women's
So
rights.
are you insinuating that you believe Donald Trump is going to become a dictator of our country?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said it.
Well,
He wants it, and his
I'm
supporters.
sure he wants it, but I just don't know if that's like gonna happen.
Well, it will, because it's like he will have. I don't actually know what's gonna happen with the House and Senate. I don't know.
It just depends how everything goes.
Exactly. But the problem with the most recent Supreme Court ruling is that he does have a dictatorship. Like, if he wants it, he has it. Like, he has complete and total immunity as long as he declares them official acts. And so what people are arguing now is, okay, the president has total immunity. Biden, use your immunity to do something. But they basically set it up so that they can decide whether or not it's deemed an official act, and they're all psycho Republicans.
Got it.
Not all of them, but majority.
All but
So,
three.
yeah, and 3 of them being people that Trump appointed while he was in office. So, like, it really is that fucking serious. Like, it really was as bad as we said it was going to be when he became president. Like, getting the opportunity to appoint 3 Supreme Court justices during your term is, like, actually insane. And they're going to be in there for at least the next 40 to 60 years, just fucking shit up.
And he also has plans, if he gets back into office, to replace everyone in the Supreme Court with the same type of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and not only are they Republicans, which, like, traditionally, until we got to this hyper political place that we're in, is like the Supreme Court justices were supposed to be like bipartisan, and there were times where they voted against their party on issues for like the greater good, or there were times where they wanted, it wasn't just about a majority versus minority, they wanted like a consensus.
Yeah.
And if they didn't come to one, they wouldn't pass something or take something away. We have left all that behind.
For sure.
So what's crazy is 2 of the people he appointed, one of them is a fully just a rapist, like an actual like horrifying rapist who was like in the middle of being tried for rape while he was being appointed to the Supreme Court of the United States. The other one is Amy Coney Barrett, whatever the fuck her stupid ass fucking name is, who was involved in like a very similar to Handmaid's Tale type Catholic cult. Like extreme right-wing religious freak nut job. And she's young. Like, she's going to be there for the next literally 60 years.
Ugh.
And what's happening now is that Ruth Bader Ginsburg refused to step down during Obama's term. And then she died during Trump's presidency.
So he got to replace her.
So he got to replace her with Amy Coney Barrett. Is that her name?
The bad-built, bleached blonde.
Hope
That's
she died.
not her.
You said the bad belt bleach blonde?
The bad built butch body. That's the freaky ass senator or representative or whatever. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Why do they all have psycho names like this? They sound like they're from the 1840s.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is
they
the one
are.
that Taylor Swift like was doing her little PR stint against, right?
Yeah, and then she still won.
Yeah.
She's a like genuine, like they're all psychopaths. And that's what Trump has just brought about, is this new breed
Quiet on set.
of people that are like unlike anyone we've ever seen. Like, it's just crazy. Like, even if someone was extreme as they were and held my own beliefs, I would still be like,
This
probably
is
shouldn't be
scary.
in our government.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
I'm not gonna like appoint a true abolitionist to the House of Representatives. Like, although at this point, whatever. But so there's like the lesson in like the Ruth Bader Ginsburg thing is there's 3 Supreme Court justices who are like in their 70s or about to be in their 70s who are not going to take the risk of not resigning while Trump is president because they're going to want to be replaced by people under his control. So then there's going to be like it's just going to be insane because even like as far right wing as the majority of them are right now, like Trump getting to replace them like with people like Brett Kavanaugh or Amy Coney Barrett he's just going to replace them with freaks.
And
like
he's probably going to find
freaks.
even worse people.
Exactly. And he's said on record publicly, it's like out there on video, that he's going to replace them with young people, like as young as they can be, so that they're going to be in there for a really long time. So yeah, it's just getting like so scary. I don't know.
So where do we go then? And a go bag, wouldn't you just pack up all your stuff? Or are you literally taking like a backpack with...
You can't take all your stuff. In this situation, this is like you're fleeing.
Yeah.
So like you need to think like bare minimums because so you don't have to carry a whole bunch of shit.
I'm going to start crying.
And necessities.
I'm just thinking about my cat.
You can take her.
Yeah. Get one of those backpacks with the...
I know, but like then I have a cat on the run.
Yeah, true.
She's going to be... He won't be able to like watch.
I just like don't think we're gonna have to flee. I think things are gonna get
like,
fucked.
On a run.
Yeah.
Like...
I think getting to Canada would be like a great first step.
But that's the other problem is like, unless we would do it before November, like our borders are about to be so fucked.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to get anywhere.
Well, that's the thing is like I think I could make it to Canada regardless.
And like walk across it or.
I'm not sure what I would do. I mean, like I'm thinking like in Handmaid's Tale, like the Canadian government and the Canadian people are like helping, like they're accepting, like they aren't able to like cross. They're not able to like do anything that like fucks with our government because they don't like, because they're super powerful. And that would be the thing with us too, is like no one would want to fuck with our military. So they wouldn't like go against what we're saying. But like if people are able to flee, like they would take you as a refugee and like they would help you get across. I'm basing all this on Handmaid's Tale, which is...
Should I watch that?
No, it's like too fucked up at this point. It's
yeah.
like too real. Like you're not allowed to be gay. You're not allowed to be a woman. Like it's just so insane. They're like policing your reproductive rights. You have to have children. Like it's happening. So... But so my thing is, you have to vote for Joe Biden. So sorry to say it, because that's like, at least under a Joe Biden administration, things are legal. Like we can organize and we can protest to an extent, but you could still like have a planning session or like talk about things or whatever. Like I just feel like this man is gonna be like, stop all that.
Yeah.
And you also need to like bring into consideration the Project 2025 of it all.
Yeah.
Which is a full plan for basically a complete, like, I don't even know what you would call it.
Overhaul.
Yeah.
Eradication of
like our human rights.
Stands for.
Yeah, of all, like literally they want to eradicate anything that is not white Christian nationalism, like truly. I don't really understand the Project 2025. I don't really know like how
You gotta read into it.
big of a deal that's gonna be, because I thought it was like a pretty niche. Is he talking about it?
Yeah, he started to, and the deeper I get into it, the more it's like, oh no.
Oh, okay. Trump is talking about it now. Cool. So, yeah, and it's frustrating to me that people, like leftists or whatever you want to call, not right-wingers, are like, I refuse to vote for Joe Biden. He's a war criminal. Like, what do you think Trump's going to do?
Yeah.
You think he's going to be like, I support Palestine?
He's not.
He's not. So I'd rather have a war criminal that at least supports our basic human rights and doesn't actively try to strip them away than the war criminal who's actually actively vocally promising to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not going to play this game anymore where it's like they're both just as bad. Like they're just factually not.
No, they're not at all.
And that's not like a funny little bit. Like I'm not going to engage in those conversations. Like it's ludicrous.
Yeah.
And it's also like, bad things are gonna happen regardless of who wins. It's just which one is worse that's happening.
Yeah.
Because if Joe Biden wins, Donald Trump literally said in the debate that he will only accept the results of the next election if he feels that they're fair and accurate. So
Well, he's already said that. He didn't
No.
accept, he's never accepted the results of,
Yeah.
he barely accepted the results of his own election when he won. Like,
No,
he's
that's-
insane.
That's what I'm saying, but he already is instilling this in these people. So, like,
Yeah.
regardless of who wins, we're going to see something.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not going to be cute.
No.
What I will say, though, is, like, he already has said that, and I do genuinely feel in my heart that so many people, so many Republicans have fallen off of the Trump train. Like, I think the ones who are on it have gotten crazier.
Yeah.
But like so many people have fallen off of it, and even like he didn't accept the results of the 2020 election, and he sent those people to the Capitol. It was like less than 100 people. That
The Capitol?
yeah.
Wasn't it like a lot?
There were so many people there.
But they didn't all storm it and go inside and
No,
get
but
arrested.
They were all ready to. That's why they all went.
But they didn't,
Right, but like
because they're not really about it. There's like 100 people that are like about it.
Well, I feel like they would have all
323 individuals.
That's not that
stormed
many.
the Capitol.
I mean, that's kind of a lot.
That's like 0.00001%
Oh, I mean, in terms of what you're
of
talking
America.
about. Yeah, but to
And
be
like
at the
that's a
Capitol.
crazy amount of people, but like it's not an amount of people I'm gonna worry about.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you're all insane.
Well, and they're in jail.
Some
Are
of
they?
them,
Some
yeah.
of them.
Have you heard like the fucking like choir from jail?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they like sing the national anthem and it went like #1 on iTunes.
Yep, I remember
One
that.
of the scariest things my ears have ever heard.
I hope they make a Christmas album. No, but it is fucked.
It's
this
so
is a
fucked.
horrible.
And what's crazy now is like retroactively, like he's on trial right now for that, and they can deem that that was an official act. And that's the crazy thing is like if you're already the president, anything that you do to become reelected, no matter how extreme, can be deemed an official act because you're just like trying to better the nation or whatever the fuck it is. Though, like one of the justices who dissented it was like, so in theory, can a president assassinate his opponent if he deems that an official act? And he's like, well, yeah. And I'm just like, Trump's lawyer said that.
Cool.
I'm just like, okay. Just bite your fucking tongue and vote for Joe Biden. Because I will genuinely, we can work together to dismantle the two-party system under a not fascist dictator. Like if we just have a normal president, we can do stuff like that. If we have a fascist dictator, it's over for us. So while we still have this pretty middle of the road, not extremist guy in office, let's do it for the next 4 years. Let's work really hard. Let's bring about third parties actually having a chance. Let's dismantle the two-party system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my frustration right now is like, you can't wait until 3 months before the election during an election year to care about this. And then be like, I'm not going to vote because I hate a vote. It's like, well, what the fuck did you just do for the past 3 years? Nothing.
And also, it's just we're at a point where this is how it is. Like, if you want something to change, you have to do the work. And, like, all of this obviously is speculation. Like, this is all, like, worst case scenario shit. But it's also so not far-fetched that we can literally see it in front of our face, where it's like...
And it's like it seemed so far-fetched in 2016 when we were like, if he becomes president, this is what's going to happen. And people were like, you're being so dramatic. And now here we are.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not going to live through that again. I'm not going to be told that I'm being dramatic because I'm fucking not. I told y'all. And y'all were worried about the emails?
Not the email.
Which at this point was an official act, as far as I'm concerned.
Hillary's emails?
Yeah, the treason,
Oh.
official act. Who cares? Immunity. Don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Let them do whatever they want. I don't care. Anywho. Really scary stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And I am so sorry to our audience because, again, I do like to be...
But it is important, you're right.
It's like, it was too glaring to ignore. And then on top of all of this, they finally released Jeffrey Epstein's call logs, and guess who's all the fuck over it?
Donald Trump.
Obviously Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because, like, people like my grandma on fucking Facebook and the Pizzagate people and the whatever conspiracy theorist people, that's like their number one thing. It's like, Jeffrey Epstein, release the flight logs, release the call logs. I bet Joe Biden and Hillary, it's the Clintons. They think the Clintons are all over it. Then they release it, and guess who's all over it? Fucking crickets.
Yeah.
Nothing, not a word.
Uh-huh.
But it really is all about the kids.
Yeah.
They don't care about the kids.
They don't give a...
They need more breeders.
They just care about the unborn.
I don't.
No, I never have, never will. You cannot make me care about the unborn. I'm so sorry. And I really have no idea how to
Segue out of that.
segue out of this. One thing, here's my segue out of it. The one thing I do agree with all of these Republican nut jobs on is that we should not have gender neutral bathrooms.
You don't think so?
No, because men are fucking disgusting. I went into the bathroom at Birdcage the other night directly after a man pissed all over the seat and he left the seat up.
Oh, for sure.
Piss everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's wrong with you people? Either wipe it up or, like, I don't know, hear me out, piss in the toilet?
Yeah.
Can it be that hard?
It's not.
I understand, little splashies happen. Like,
Yeah.
it's a long distance. I get it.
Yeah. But that's when you wipe it up.
Be courteous. Wipe it up. Especially if me, a beautiful woman, is coming into the bathroom after you.
Uh-huh.
Literally, if I was a man and I passed me and I would be like, I'm sorry, hold on. Give me 1 second. I
Yeah.
would go back in and wipe up my piss.
It also could have not been him because if I go in and I see piss all over the seat, I'm not cleaning
That's so
someone
true. It
else's
might not have
piss
been
up.
him, but I know it was a man.
For sure.
And they all just left the seat up.
Yeah.
Which is like, I guess that's fine. No, it's not fine.
I always leave.
But that's the thing is
same.
like when we have gender neutral bathrooms, you guys are either having to touch the toilet seat to lift it up or I'm having to touch the toilet seat to put it down. Either way.
Have urinals and toilets in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That
was
would
just
be
kidding.
more
I think we
gendered.
should obviously have gender neutral bathrooms. I love them such a slay. But it was disgusting to me. And I was like, damn, if I have to start like sharing spaces with more people with penises, like that's gonna suck.
Totally.
Like I don't want to.
Yeah. I agree, actually.
You have famously left my seat up so many times.
Yeah, I always leave the seat.
That's crazy. In my house.
But I don't piss all over your seat.
That's true. You never have.
No.
But like, I think if you are in a person who sits home,
Yeah, that's fair.
put the seat back down.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. Anything else for you?
Mm-mm.
I just have several more topics.
We'll go for it.
I just don't really care. Do you fucking remember Ariana Grande coming out like years ago and saying that her name was actually pronounced like Ariana Grande or
Yeah.
something?
Mm-hmm.
What was up with that?
It is. That's her name, Ariana Grande. Grande Butera.
Why?
Because she's Italian. I mean, that's just how you pronounce her name. What do you mean, why?
But like, they don't pronounce their E's like E. They don't say that's Amori.
No. Well, it's Grande.
I just don't believe her. I think she said that for attention.
No.
She literally says, "Hi, I'm Ariana Grande." She doesn't say, "Hi, I'm Ariana Grande." Grande.
Well, yeah, because Ariana Grande just sounds more like American pop star. And plus, everyone would just call her Ariana Grande anyway because of fucking Starbucks.
But like Rihanna says, "I'm Rihanna,"
Well, yeah.
despite the fact that everyone still calls her Rihanna.
Yeah.
I think she was lying.
Okay.
Never heard her say it again.
I mean, I think she set the record straight, and like, why is she gonna keep bringing it up?
Because it's her name. I would just say it right.
She didn't just start going by Grande because everyone kept saying that. I think she was like, that's more of like a stage name.
So you think that she just goes with the stage name but knows in her heart how it's really pronounced
For
and just
sure.
doesn't care?
Totally.
Okay. Cool.
I just saw this on Twitter. It's someone listening to Everything is Romantic, and someone on Grindr said, "Shit on my chest, sent you their location." We're in hell.
Everything is romantic. I like literally love that song so bad because like, I mean,
I love
just,
that
like,
song,
my
too.
main vibe in life is romanticize everything.
I don't know. That gets people in trouble, though.
No, because people only romanticize romantic shit.
Oh, true.
Romanticize everything.
I feel you. Yeah.
Sunset, so romantic. My friendship, so romantic. Eating pasta salad at 2 p.m., so romantic. Romanticize literally everything. Step into the
Okay.
fantasy.
I wish I had pasta salad right now. That
I'm
sounds
about
so
to make
good.
some. I bought all the
I have my
ingredients
BB
for
Bop.
it.
I'm so
Yay.
excited.
Did you listen to Camila Cabello's album?
Oh yeah, Mackenzie's been loving it.
She loves it.
I love it too.
I really liked it.
Me too. I didn't think I was going to based on the first singles. I love it. 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 I love it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Now you love it.
I love it.
I love it.
In context of the album, I'm like, slay. Like,
Slay.
open with that, and then let's get
I
into
love
the
it.
real work.
I
And the
love
fact
it, I
that
love
Drake
it.
just has this full interlude by himself
Yeah.
is fire.
I love it. I'm really enjoying it. I don't understand. I didn't like look enough into it. I just kept seeing all the comparisons of her rollout to the Brat rollout and this album to Brat. There's nothing like Brat. Like,
No,
she's
totally.
she's not trying to be Brat
No.
and failing.
And she also probably wrote this before Brat even came out.
like how it's just nothing like it.
No.
So I just don't really get that. But now that people are comparing it to that, they're like, well, this will never be Brat, which is true. But I never was trying to be. It's nothing like it. So I just really don't understand that.
I really like it.
But I really like it, and I love this rebrand for her. I loved the performance on the fucking merry-go-round. It was so kind.
I didn't see that.
Oh my god.
What did she sing? I love it. I love
June
it.
Gloom.
I love that song.
On the merry-go-round while a dancer is like spinning her around, and she's like whipping her hair around, like singing this song. I don't even know how she did it.
I'm gonna have to
I
find
would
it.
have died. But yeah, kind of living for it, and I don't really care. I do think she is an absolute menace to society and a terrible person.
Camila Cabello?
Yeah.
Oh, how?
Just being like a super horrible racist person when she was in Fifth Harmony, and then she had like a Tumblr account where she would post like crazy racist memes, like
That's
like
true.
shit that I would never even have seen, let alone reposted. Like, I do not know how you were on that part of the internet. Like, it was like gruesome racist memes.
Got it.
Weird. Anyway, Charlie Puth.
He should be a bigger artist.
That was when I knew that album was not going to be for me.
Yeah, totally.
What was it like? We proclaimed.
We
that-
declared Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. You little tattooed golden retriever boy, Maddie Healy. I
You
love
ate 7
1975.
bars of chocolates after you got high. So, he recreated Birds of a Feather out of nothing. Like, he just recorded
Like air.
dead air
And then
and
pitched it.
changed the frequencies and literally made the beat of Birds of a Feather. And it's insane.
It's
Maybe
insane.
he should be a bigger
No, he's very
artist.
talented. Like, no
He's
one's
so
denying that.
talented,
His
it's
music is
just,
just so, like, kids boppy.
Like, why is that the kind of music you make when you have that much talent?
Right.
Like, you're better than Phineas. Like, just be cool.
And he's so hot. Charlie Puth, I believe.
Totally. It just, I can't, like, separate him from the cheesiness. Like, when I
No.
see him, I just hear
Oh,
his
I can't.
voice. And so I can't even find him attractive. But I love the vibes. MIA releasing a line of tinfoil hats to protect against 5G, unironically being dead-ass serious.
Yeah. She's been on that shit for a while, right?
And yeah, for sure. But like, oh my god, but they're gonna fire. Like what one?
Get one. We should wear them on the next episode.
Yeah, I mean they're exactly what they sound like. They're just like tin foil hats.
And she has, like, shorts and stuff, too. You can, like, tinfoil your whole body. Slay. But, like, I don't know.
Girl, shut up.
Yeah, you can't.
Put the 5G in my. I literally don't fucking care. Is it gonna protect you from this?
No, like, does she not use her phone?
Like,
And she's posting these on Instagram where people are using 5G.
it's just so stupid. Like, you guys aren't going fucking off grid. You guys aren't doing anything about 5G, whatever. The 5G is killing us.
Yeah, probably. But
Girl,
guess
what
so is
it?
everything else.
Like,
We're already
And
fine.
honest to God, kill me. I don't
I
know.
would focus on the food before I focused on the 5G. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
especially when you're posting it from your cell phone to the other cell phones on Instagram.
Yeah. That's just increasing people's...
usage up.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's so fucking dumb. Mackenzie and her upside down visor. Have you ever experienced this?
No.
I think you sent it like to us in the group chat one day. She just like sent us a selfie and we were all talking and she had a visor on like upside down and I think sideways.
Okay.
And it was just like, you know, whatever. I arrived to her apartment and she was like furiously cleaning. She has it on still hours later. Like she's been wearing it all day alone in her apartment, upside down, sideways visor.
Slay.
I walk in and she's just cleaning like this. I'm like, what the fuck? Last night she sends me a selfie and she's wearing it again in her apartment alone.
Does it make you feel good? Because fuck yeah.
I just like it.
Wear whatever you want.
Get it? I don't understand. But it's so fucking funny. She just like sent me the. I'm like, what is with you in this upside down visor? Like,
It's just her bag right now. I don't know.
and if you were wearing it out, I would be like, that's funny. And I love that that's your bag right now, but you're just wearing it alone in your
clean.
home for no one to see. Like, just wearing it around. Like, oh, it's just amazing.
I bought it. I have to wear it.
We've never worn it in public.
So weird.
Oh my god. Well, I guess that's gonna do it. I actually did manage to get through all my topics.
Amazing.
Did you have any topics?
Yeah, I said some. I said Clinton Kane, Tay and the Maps, bird watching, not saying mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else written down?
Yeah, but nothing that I want to get into.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's just like, boring.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Or we won't, because we'll all be dead.